If you read about a job, that's one thing, but the chance to get a hands-on experience at a place as cool as the zoo is different altogether. Zoo Academy provides 11th and 12th grade students with that experience. Colin Mangus is a local teacher. Peyton Adams and Mallory Hayes are with us as well, both program participants now, graduates soon to be. Let's start with you and Zoo Academy. I hadn't heard of it before I knew you were coming on the show. I imagine that's true for a lot of our viewers. What is it?
So Zoo Academy is ran through the Papillion-La Vista School District, and it's for 11th and 12th grade students in our district to get a chance to go on that hands-on shadowing experience if they're interested in going into nature jobs, environmental jobs, or being a zookeeper.
Okay, so why would a student get involved? And maybe I'll ask the two of you, what were your motivations?
Personally, I just wanted to gain a hands-on experience and kind of discover those opportunities that I have for when I grow up.
What was your interest that you said, yeah, the zoo is a place where I'd like to learn? Did you just love animals and pets growing up, biology?
I love to see how their anatomy, how everything works, and how you can take care of them. It's just a really cool experience.
Yeah, what about you? What fascinated you?
I joined so I could explore more career opportunities because I started out loving biology and then I just wanted to explore more in what other options I had.
Does it make a difference for you that this is hands-on compared to just reading from a textbook or jumping on a website? How quickly do you learn compared to those more traditional methods?
It's totally different when you're actually seeing in the exhibit working with the animal than reading what they do through your zoology book. Getting to feed, like I work with bats all the time, getting to feed them or getting to just see how they interact with each other is different than walking through the zoo looking even.
And would you tell us a little bit about the projects that the students are working on? Conservation is a big part of it, we'll get there, but give us an idea in the past, some of the things students have been able to do.
So a couple from the past few years that have been big. A couple years ago they worked on with the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, and they did a recycling campaign because there's just tons of trash and garbage floating throughout the ocean. And then the one last year, which is actually currently sitting on the Nebraska legislature, is dealing with shark finning, and they're trying to get shark finning, which is kind of odd to think about in the state of Nebraska, but the students went out and found restaurants and products that include shark fins.
So their goal is to convince those restaurateurs, those business owners to think more responsibly about sourcing.
And they actually, the bill would make it so that if they possessed or sold any of that, it would be a misdemeanor and or felony, depending on how much they sold. So that was sitting on the legislature right now.
What is the conservation issue you're taking on with the students now?
So the one they're working on this year is dealing with what's called palm oil and the Ivory crisis, which maybe people know a little bit more about.
Okay, we have some posters and some items and things here. Walk us through why this is an issue. Why is this something that our viewers should be concerned about, just as the students are? Guys, I don't know. I want to hear from them too about what they've learned.
First of all, it's not something you think of when it's 8,000 miles away. Just being able to bring awareness to the public of what palm oil is exactly and what the Ivory crisis is, because like currently we do not have elephants, so you don't think of it, but when you work with what the Ivory crisis actually is and what palm oil is.
What is palm oil, and then we'll look at some of the ivory pieces you brought in to educate us.
So the palm oil is when companies actually take out the palm oil through the fruit of the palm oil of a palm tree, and it's bad because the way they actually get it. Palm oil itself is not bad, but the way the companies
harvested,
destroy the rainforest, it's called unsustainable palm oil.
And I think as consumers, you want to know that,
Exactly.
right? You want to understand so that you can be responsible and you're not supporting companies that are harming our environment. And then you brought in some ivory pieces too. What's in the case?
Right here. And here you see some jewelry. There's a bracelet right here. There's some trinkets and keychains.
And all of those were made from?
The tusks of an elephant, the ivory.
And which is heartbreaking, but I feel like that's where some ground has been made in recent years.
Right, and the zoo actually has to have special permits to have this stuff because it is becoming illegal in the United States to possess and sell ivory products. And the zoo participates in a lot of different ways, including the ivory crush, where they collect everything they have and they crush it in a giant rock crushing machine, which makes it worthless to sell and trade. So the zoo is helping out by just really, it's about letting people know that it's wrong and that it's not helping anybody in any way.
So this is really two-part in terms of the academy. It's learning about conservation and some of these issues, but then it's also about giving kids a place to go, kids, young women and men, a place to go and learn about the profession which they might choose. So for the two of you, how has this shaped your goals, your objectives? What do you want to do after high school?
It's made me look more into my career options, and I'm really looking forward to being an ecologist, and it's making me look through other colleges, and my teachers are helping me learn what classes I should take and my path I need to go down.
Great, and a similar story for you. I see you nodding.
With marine biology and wildlife conservation, this plays a huge factor into what I want to do when I get older.
Well, it's nice to meet both of you, and
Nice to
thank
meet
you for
you.
coming in.
Thank you.
The website, if you'd like to learn more about Zoo Academy, we encourage you to visit paplv.org. And Happy New Year to you all.
Happy New Year.
John